Hello, and welcome back to Dishonored. Yeah, we couldn't even get through the entire room last time because there's shit all over the place. And also, RocoW's elixir. It's an elixir. Bitter leaf, crematorium, and fluid works. Okay, let's look around. What we got here? Moonshine. What is that? Delicate touch. Breaking glass sound is... Ooh, moderately reduced. That actually sounds good. Let's equip it until we find something else. A mystical fish artifact. What was that? I like that I have a key ring. It makes it so much easier. So much more civilized. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? I don't even know what that was. Alright. Voyeur, moderate keyhole peeping magnification. No. Can you pick it up? Why do I have a mystical rat artifact? What are these artifacts? It makes it look like it's a bone charm. But it's not. And our entire goal is to get downstairs and find out what our first mission is, but I'm stuck up here picking all this stuff up. Good lungs. I don't really give a shit. I guess we'll read this. Field survey notes the royal spy. More reading. Sorry about that. You can always skip past it if you don't enjoy my grading voice. Yeah, let's go with grading voice. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning. I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flagged in public and set beneath the royal executioner's blade if I had my way, but that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. Seems that is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us. But I know they do. They must. No, Jessamine? Is that the Empress's first name? I would rather spend her time with the Royal Protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety. But a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It won't. There are many threats around us. Threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here, within Dunwall Tower, she receives instructions from the finest tutors known in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her, and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing, or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the Empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Kaldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the street entirely. But the Empress won't hear of it. The water lock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person is going to slip in and will suffer for it. Mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the RocoW devices. RocoW himself has no interest in security, of course, but he's vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by officers of the Watch. Why do I worry so, when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I have been working too hard. Dinner and an evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. Hiram Burroughs, Royal Spymaster. That's the Royal Spymaster? I mean, obviously he's far too paranoid, but his heart is in the right place. He wants to protect the people that are important, which isn't himself. I'm wondering if somebody twisted him around to the thinking that is going on right now. Alright, what else we got here? Quick dodge, don't care. And River Affinity, still don't care. Why are there swimming upgrades? Normally swimming is a very bad thing. I didn't mean to escape, Jay. Raven, drop assassination. Well, I don't use drop assassination, and I didn't look up the falling on people's heads thing either, whether that knocks them out or kills them. Alright. Rumors and sightings, Dowd. Experts from Overseer's covert, field report. For over a year now, I've lived away from the Abbey, without the company of my overseer brethren or the guidance of the blind sisters of the Oracle Order. Days have passed with me sleeping in the dens of cut-purses, murderers, and worse, and the nights have seen me prowling through the worst alleys and wretched corners of Dunwall. I have taken my meals with killers. At times I had ventured beyond the city walls, meeting in forgotten graveyards and the outlying ruins, frequented by those of ill means. My beard has grown long, and I wear the weathered clothing and bits of boiled leather favored by the Bottle Street and Hatter gangs, and by those rough men and women who make their trade, knifing others in return for coin. My hands have run red with blood, it's true, but I have selected my targets with care, choosing among those criminals and heretics who were not fit to live, executing them justly, and using their deaths as a means of building my reputation. So far, this trick has allowed me to make my name among my murderous colleagues without taking the lives of the innocents. My goal is singular. I must impress the assassin named Dowd in order to get close to him. Of all the practitioners of black magic we have tracked, none concern the Abbey as much as Dowd. It is said that his mother was a witch from one of the archipelags off of Pandyssia coast, taken captive by pirates venturing far from the islands. According to the legend, by the time the ship returned, the captain was dead, and the witch controlled the crew, with Dowd still a shadow in her belly. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy, moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officers of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years we now believe he spent traveling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning and hidden basements frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Dowd is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself, and for a time, before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believed he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin, paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke. From a nearby rooftop, he gestured, and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, following to her doom on the cobblestone below. Most recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dowd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds and enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard an unusual sound from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment used by miscreants for gambling and trading hobber weed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dowd was kneeling before the shrine, muttering at an unseen spirit, as if in argument. He took a carving made of pale bone from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt. Dowd is an agent of the outsider and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dowd is dead and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way toward him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dowd breathes no more. Is he supposed to be out here doing this? Because it seems like he's taking the law in his own hands. Just saying. But anyways, I can go out this way now, right? It's not blocked off? No. Good. Good. Alright, time to go downstairs and find out who my first target is. That took a while. Looks like that's still locked up. Alright. Hello? You guys down here? We got bacon and eggs waiting for me.
Space for Samuel then?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
Wow. He's a good man. Hey, Lydia.
I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
That's something you just casually toss about? Wow. Just, wow. Okay. Yeah, it seems like Samuel does not want to, live in here with everybody else. What's up, boss?
Are you a nobleman, Corvo?
Yeah.
No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so.
I'm confident.
Milton's great-grandfather took a Sokonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad here and there.
Whatever. I don't agree with anything you think about nobility, but okay.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
Okay. Thanks for letting me listen to that. Although this is memoirs, he's making it so people can listen to it. How you doing, Cecilia?
Hey, Master Corvo.
Don't call me Master. Why do you have to be so mousy? Everybody just knocks you down. Ooh, pub master room key. That's just everything in the pub, though. And more books. These are the books I've already read, right? Yeah, I think so. Regardless, I probably won't read them.
Corvo seems to have arrived in good shape.
So these are new.
Much better than I expected, given what I've seen of Coldridge Prison. He seems willing to work with us, and he shouldn't lack for motivation.
Lydia and I
The man
trade
has
chores
lost everything.
sometimes, and I'm
We'll
starting
judge
to
how
think
he
I never
performs
come
in
out
the
ahead.
field. And
She's
if
a
I
smart
can,
one.
I'll find a way to test him personally.
Yeah, you're not going to be testing me. I'm sorry, but I have all the motivation I need.